and gentlemen of the Pro Wrestling Report, Feedback Friday, a very special edition of Feedback Friday, following up our special primetime yesterday with our guest, Mean Gene Okerlund. It's Be the Booker for WWE Money in the Bank.
Because you're down with the BTB.
Which is Sunday on the WWE Network. I'm Damian Nelson alongside David Hero. And David, what a show yesterday. Very insightful for even me, and I thought I knew it all.
Well, that's the problem. You thought that. But Gene brings a whole new balance to the show. Keeps you in check. He was very fair.
He was balanced.
Keeps you in check, on your toes.
Speaking of which, again, where's Linda?
We never got her papers.
Oh, no, we did, and we'll see her in just a few moments, actually.
Oh, really?
She's going to give us... Actually, you know what? Why don't we do that right now?
Why?
Let's go to Linda, because she's got the update from the draft, from last pay-per-view, Extreme Rules. She's going to tell us the scoring and the points.
That's right, I am back. You can't keep me away, David Hero. You know that INS showed up at my house. But let's get to the Extreme Rules draft results. Somehow, the Super Friends are still on top, leading at 675 points, with the Nelson family at 565. And your draft results are now listed at pwrshow.com.
Thank you.
110.
Linda.
That's awesome.
Well,
we
are in the process of changing accounting firms. And by the way, where were you last week?
Where was I?
Linda and I were here ready to do a show. You no-called, no-showed.
No, I got an email.
Okay. From?
They said that we had the week off.
No. The phone calls and the texts both Linda and I were sending you were, where are you?
Oh, I have Linda blocked on my phone. She sends me way too much weird stuff.
The last time anyone had spoken to you was Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
And then the testimony happened.
Yes.
And you disappeared. It's almost like you were running scared.
No.
After Jim Comey spoke.
I was scared. Jim Comey is a tall individual. I would hate to get on his bad side. I heard he used to have a lot of stroke.
No, that's Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, but Comey too. You see how tall he is?
No, he was sitting.
He knows where a lot of bodies are buried.
Who killed anyone?
He knows. He's not telling
part
anybody.
Of the investigation now too? Well, anyways, folks, it's Be the Booker. It's Money in the Bank, and a revolutionary event that will be Money in the Bank.
Why is it revolutionary? Because you have girls on a ladder?
First ever women's Money in a Bank ladder match. And I'm glad to see your sexism has returned.
Hell in a Cell with two girls, wasn't that revolutionary?
It wasn't. I said the same thing.
So why is So why is it revolutionary?
Why is it not? It's the first ever. Has it ever happened before? Have there ever been 5 women participating in a Money in the Bank ladder match? Has it ever happened?
On different websites, I have seen those kind of things.
Is it not significant and historical for you? Because you hate these women.
No, I love all of them. I think every one of them is fantastic. I just don't want to see them fall from a ladder through a table.
Why not? You're fine with seeing the men do it?
Of course, they're built for that kind of stuff.
And women are not?
No.
This is not 1962 anymore, Mr. Johnson.
Would you want to see your girlfriend go through a table?
Well, circumstances would have to dictate.
So you would? So you're an abusive person?
You didn't know. No. You have bull crap on that. You said, would you like to see your girlfriend go through a table? Now you're twisting it and turning it into me saying I would put someone through a table.
No, I didn't say that.
Go through a table could be a trip and fall, and she falls through a table. Okay. That could be comical.
Would you want to see your girlfriend climb a ladder, reach for a briefcase, fall through a table, and break her leg?
If she's going for all the marbles, if she's going for the Money in the Bank briefcase, I would support her in that effort and cheer her on to the significance of the first ever
and that's why I question Ellsworth, because he wants to see his girl in a violent match like that.
Well, maybe they're into that.
Oh, there's no doubt he is. He's been hit on the chin so many times it's disappeared.
Folks, the competitors in the matchup, the first ever women's Money in the Bank matchup, the champion, or the person who wins this gets a chance at the champion. We'll talk about later who that may be. But the participants, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Natalya Neidhart, Tamina Snuka, and Carmella with Ellsworth.
Yes, with Ellsworth.
Now, you know, the one person who gets the briefcase wins the match. These matches are difficult to book, David Hero, but what would you do?
You know Ellsworth is going to be involved in the match because he's built like one of the girls. So it makes perfect sense that he's involved in it. I don't think Charlotte is the favorite. Well, she's favorite,
my favorite,
but she doesn't need to win because she's already the most established, dominant woman on either roster.
What about all the hinting she's been giving about coming for her crown?
That's fine, but she's the kind of girl that doesn't need to cash in to win.
Good point.
You know what I mean?
She can do it on her own merits.
She can do it on her own. So she doesn't need that little bit of extra help. I think Tamina is going to be the one that does the most damage in the match.
Absolutely.
Just because she's so strong and she can do so many things. I think Becky Lynch will be great. I think Natty Neidhart she'll be the ring general, and she's going to carry the show. But I really believe Carmella, because she needs it more than any of them. She's the only one that can beat Naomi on her own.
Carmella wins the Money in the Bank ladder match?
Yes. She needs it. She's done nothing since she's been called to the main roster.
Becky Lynch has sort of been...
she's a former women's champion.
Yeah, so
Okay.
she's got cred.
Yeah, but again, she doesn't need to cash in.
Okay.
The one that cashes in is the one you wouldn't think would have a chance to beat the champion.
I'd pick Tamina over Carmella. She's the least likely of candidates, right? She's the one the
But
fans
she's
are...
going to get over in this match by being so dominating.
She'll win without winning.
Exactly.
Okay.
Carmella and Ellsworth. Imagine how they would be as obnoxious as you and Linda out together after they win.
When did it happen, David Hero? Was it high school, college, marriage, where you became hateful of women?
I don't talk about marriage anymore. About 13 minutes ago when I got here and heard Linda was back.
Tag Team Championships will be on the line, ladies and gentlemen, as the Usos will defend their championships against the New Day. Now,
Which
Usos
two
at a
of the New Day?
disadvantage, exactly, for that reason, because you don't know which two of the three that you will be facing. The New Day seems to have a ton of momentum coming into
Which
this
do you
matchup.
think is the best New Day team up?
The best New Day team up would
Big E
be
and Kofi?
Big E and Kofi, absolutely.
So not the trombone player.
Well, he can do his business at ringside.
Well, he's done that in videos too. This match is going to be great. I think they're the two most over tag teams in the last 5 years on either brand. The Usos have been fantastic. They have grown every year. I remember when they first came out as the Usos,
Uso!
uneventful with Tamina.
Absolutely.
Feuded with the New Heart Foundation, uneventful.
Well, they had some
New
challenges,
Day
too,
had
at
a
the time.
terrible gimmick when they first came out. No one knew if it was racist, if they should cheer them, if they should boo them.
Sort of like Bill Maher's apology last week, where had the choir and all that.
Apologize.
Oh, his apology was fantastic.
You like that?
Oh, I thought it was brilliant. It was almost like Vince Russo's response to Jim Cornette last week.
How does Bill Maher still have a job?
He's on HBO.
Okay. Usos and New Day. As much as I like the Usos, or New Day, Usos have to
Really?
retain. Yeah, they do.
Why do they have to retain?
The money's in the chase. Let New Day chase Usos to SummerSlam.
That is a good point. SummerSlam coming up in just 2 months' time in August in Brooklyn. The Women's Championship, at least of the SmackDown variety, will be on the line, ladies and gentlemen, as Naomi defends her championship that she won at WrestleMania against Lana in Lana's very first singles match in the women's division.
Yeah, and this makes me nervous. I like what they're doing with Lana. I wish that they would give Lana a makeover. Cut the hair
I didn't like the
shorter,
curls either.
Different stuff. She looks like a princess. Okay? I get it. Beautiful girl. But when you look at Lana today, you think of Lana, the manager of Rusev.
Mm-hmm.
Not a fighter, a valet, a manager. She comes out with a new look, maybe shorter hair, different color hair, new ring gear. Now she looks like she's been training to fight.
Sable was a valet, a manager. Remember her big performance at WrestleMania 14?
She came out in gowns, and then when time for her to wrestle, she came out in gear.
Well, I'm sure Lana's going to wear gear. You don't think she's
let's
going to
hope.
wrestle in the evening, though,
But
do you?
I think this is going to be the upset of the year, and Lana is going to defeat Naomi. Everything is
She
stacked.
has to, doesn't she? Especially after this past Tuesday SmackDown.
Because if Naomi comes out and beats Lana, Lana's done.
She never should have been there.
Exactly.
Yeah. Interesting.
Which then opens up a cash-in by Carmella to beat Lana.
Same night?
I think so.
Do they have to for this first Women's Money in the Bank contest?
I think
I love same night cash-ins.
I think it could. I think it would be if they don't plan on letting Lana run with this for a little while. If she's not ready to be in the ring nightly, then let Carmella cash in.
One thing's for sure is they're going to start this show with a Money in the Bank ladder match, right?
Oh,
And
it'll be
probably
the girls.
ain't going to
It'll
be
the
that
girls.
one.
Or it'll be the tag match starts off.
Okay. Next up is the World Heavyweight Championship on the line as the champion, Jinder Mahal, defends against Randy Orton. Now, Money in the Bank will take place at the former Kiel Center, Scott Trade Center, in St. Louis,
We've been
Missouri.
there several times.
We have been there several
Yeah.
times. We were there for Raw 1000.
We were looking for Cody on the streets.
Yeah, because Cody didn't appear on Raw 1000, which
Yeah.
is a travesty.
It was a trap. It was terrible.
St. Louis. Orton lives there.
Yes, he does.
Jinder doesn't.
No. What a great building for Jinder Mahal to get a ton of heat on Randy Orton.
He's got to win this match.
Well, here's why. Because Randy doesn't care if he wins or loses.
Why should he?
He's going to get that big paycheck. Yeah, so he loses in his hometown. But the business is everyone in that building is going to be booing Jinder Mahal.
They will hate him.
So that will translate great over television to the audience at home saying, wow, we really hate this guy too.
Yep.
Jinder Mahal, along with the Bollywood boys, get the big victory over Randy Orton.
How far will Randy throw one or both of the Bollywood boys, the Singh brothers?
Well, it's going to be interesting because they said that like Cowboy Bob and a few other legends will be sitting ringside. I think they'll get involved.
In a good way or a bad way? Or in a way favorable to Orton or not favorable? Oh, take care of the Singh brothers.
Yes.
That's their name, you know, the Singh brothers.
Why can't I call them the Bollywood
Singh?
boys?
Because they're the Singh brothers.
But they're from Bollywood.
What if someone called you a Bollywood boy?
I'm not
and
from
knew your name?
Bollywood.
Well, what if someone called you a wherever you're from boy?
A Grafton boy? I'm from Grafton. That's fine.
It's like the Mean Street Posse. It may as well be the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Jinder Mahal must win. I agree with you,
No,
and I
no,
hate that I've
he
agreed with you
doesn't
in
have
last
to
week.
win.
He has to. For the purposes and the reasons you said, he has
he
to.
can win by. He can lose by DQ.
He's walking out the champion.
Yes.
Is the point? Because you talk about hometown defeats and how it always happens, and it didn't in the most recent scenario. But this is where it should, because it matters for the story.
And that's right now what SmackDown does better than Raw is they tell stories and they let stories grow and they let them marinate and they let it sink in as to what's going on.
And here's what's great with these legends: they're going to prove how great and how big a wrestling town St. Louis is earlier in the evening, and then Jinder Mahal will win and walk out of that same historic building and town
when he
as the
wins,
champion.
That building's going to go silent.
Yes.
After the 3 count, and then it's going to erupt booing.
It's going to be great. Could almost picture it right now. But folks, a match of near almost the same importance is the men's version of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Kevin Owens, the United States champion, joins AJ Styles, Baron Corbin, the endorsed Sami Zayn, the endorsed Dolph Ziggler, and Shinsuke Nakamura. These 6 men will be vying for the same chance the ladies will have earlier in the night for the Money in the Bank briefcase to get a shot at what should be Jinder Mahal down the road.
These guys have something to prove.
Every single one of them.
Everyone
Former
wants to be the
champions,
guy.
Styles, Ziggler, Owens. You got 3 other guys who want that prize who have never had it.
Zayn and Nakamura were the NXT champs with Owens.
Great point.
Baron Corbin is the young stud lion that has just been killing it. He is punching good guys and bad guys in the face. He doesn't care. He is definitely the lone wolf. Kevin Owens, he's picked up his game, which is hard to believe. The one that's like the one that you almost think has to win is Sami Zayn, because he's done nothing, absolutely nothing, and he's kind of like when Daniel Bryan won that one year. No one saw it coming.
Yes,
You know what I mean?
yes, in the Superdome.
Dolph Ziggler is going to be great doing the spots. They're going to definitely showcase Nakamura because for some reason everybody still loves this guy. I don't get it. I don't see it.
Well, you don't speak Japanese.
I don't, and my TV doesn't.
I'm fluent in it.
and
Linda's been teaching me.
My TV doesn't have that Jap function on the bottom.
It's secondary audio programming, SAP, David Hero.
thought it
There
was
is no
Spanish audio
secondary audio programming.
But
Generally, it's
the
Spanish. Yes,
the Jap would be Japanese.
that's
audio
a term we don't use anymore in this country, David Hero. Maybe we will start again with our current administration, but we generally don't use that term. It's derogatory.
Who's offended by that? They're Japanese. Should I have said Japanese audio? What is it?
That's
Secondary?
a better way to say it. Yes.
Yeah, but phonetically it doesn't come out that way. It's initials, JAP. It's just quicker because we're short on time. Aren't we? Well, it's hard to pick. First of all, I can tell Linda set this up because I don't have my green pen. This is Money in the Bank. I should be certain winners in the green.
What does it matter?
Oh no, it's got to be over here somewhere. Seriously, is it?
I haven't seen it.
No, it's right. Hold on. Right.
Careful. What are you doing?
Here, just pick this up.
No, what?
Well, we got to finish the show.
We didn't finish, and you knocked us. You destroyed everything
I
here.
didn't mean to. Oops.
Wait, what?
Fuck it.
Oof. See what you did now?